recording? I don't know. Crap. I am. Hello, my name's Ryan. And how's everybody doing with the onset of Armageddon, supposedly? And that's about as humorous as I can get, because let's be honest. Nobody enjoys seeing women and children slaughtered en masse. And it's been too many years in a row. You know? But in regards to this current thing that's going on with Iran, which, man, the amount of like weird psyops and manipulations on the American public that I'm having to decipher through is hilarious. You know, you kind of have to embrace the humor a little bit. Because, yeah, definitely the image of Iran that's been built in my head versus what's the reality is. Hot damn. Hot damn. And if anybody's still wondering, like, why are we engaged in this war of choice? Well, it's like, let's analyze this for a second. By all accounts, we weren't prepared to launch an attack that day. People were, you know, stuffing the aircraft carriers with bedding and undershirts and stuff, messing up the sewage systems on them. And that's a critical aspect of, you know, something to think about when launching an attack in the Middle East. And then there's the fact that it's like the first strike. Like, all right, so I have been really on a kick of learning about all the different belief structures that humanity has to offer, and as much as I can throughout the last decade or so, just really doubling down on it. And yeah, that was the day of the planetary parade, leading into lunar eclipse, blood moon at 333. You know, all these things that line up. And like I was telling my coworker earlier today, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. People pulling strings believe in it. So, you know, and I'm so grateful I didn't let society truly gaslight me out of my foundational belief in astrology and all that spiritual stuff. Because, yeah. Ooh. Well, I've always been on the side of thousands of years of observation by the most intelligent people on the planet, and yeah, it's bullshit. That doesn't make sense. And yeah. And that's when you get to the point where don't think about it too hard, because it becomes a chicken or the egg scenario, especially with astrology. Yeah. And it's like, and it's obvious that numerology has a thing in it, and I don't know, my delving into numerology and people I know that have dug into it, that's where psychosis lives. So I wouldn't recommend digging into that too much, but having a foundational understanding, because clearly they believe in this stuff. I mean, even Trump's speech saying like, they held our people for 444 days. It's like, ah. Wait. And it's funny because it's like the way I look at it is the people who are using the terms like Gentile and stuff in like the very disparaging way. It's like, this is it. It's like, if you can't sit there and like, look, these people, like, there's a lot of magic in the world that you've been convinced to not believe in. Of course, it's going to look down on you. And let's face it, all of those ancient prophecies, that's all astrology. It's all astrology. And what I know about astrology, it's just kind of informs you of what's going on to a certain extent. And if you're able to kind of like keep track of your life, it offers a lot of guidance. But once you start like assigning like, this will happen, like you can totally make it happen to a point. But I don't know, it seems like whenever there's self-centered thought processes involved, you just end up getting smited. At least that's been my experience. Hot damn. I've been smited a few times. And not like as far as like beliefs and stuff like that, but like I can sit here and be like, okay, I pushed this vessel through so much when there's clear signs where it's just like, you should stop and slow down from everywhere, not just people. You know, it's like the normal signs that one follows when trusting stuff and like this, not listening to the gut, you know? Oh, yeah, and if you don't, like that's been my experience, is really bad. It's been pretty obvious too the last couple of years. The last couple of years have been screaming on that front. Anyways, back to the topic, I guess. What was the topic? I think this is just mind vomit. Okay, back to some more mind vomit. So, on the topic of all these ancient belief structures, ooh, do you think people are going to be able to come to terms with the Abrahamic religions going the way of the dodo? Or at least like the patriarchy aspect? Because like I don't want to like completely dismiss all aspects of any religion, you know? But ooh, my goodness, is that one responsible for some shit? And the main one being patriarchy. And that era's done. Because, yeah, like I don't know any industry that hasn't already been dominated by women, and successfully. The only one is American politics. And all the guys that seem to be in charge are just screwing kids. Oof. Makes me question every man that I know that's wanted power in any form. Like, I'm looking at my bosses going like, what kind of a piece of shit are you? Like, everyone. That didn't sound good. I mean, but the I don't know what I was expecting from that. Anyways, I'm done. Done ranting. Back is starting to catch up. Don't fall! By the way, chipsons are actually really durable. Anyways, takeaway, I think at this moment in time, like not even just like the religious stuff and those beliefs, even the conspiracy beliefs, in far as like timelines stopping at this point, everybody's getting validated. Everybody's getting validated if you allow yourself to see it, and that's a beautiful thing, because I don't think humanity has been on the same page in a long time, or been able to see that we're all on the same page. It makes me happy. But like everything that requires, change, it's going to be freaking turbulent and hot damn. And so when all those drones start hitting, remember fall of 2024 when all the drones were over New Jersey and they were trying to blame it on Iran. They were trying to say they were searching for lost nuclear material. Yeah. And now it's possibly this weekend, which, again, Friday the 13th, these people, yeah. And for me, like, I'm also one of those people, it's like, I have had a life to where I can't deny it. Like, I mean, when you have a relationship that started on 9/11 and buried the person on 666, it's like, oi, numerology and like dates thing, you kind of have to yield. Anyways, I hope y'all doing good. Have a great night. And, ooh, fresh content in regards to guitar stuff might be coming up soon. Not sure. I found a few things that I can trade for some gear so I can actually like make some interesting videos. And oh, that's what's freaking out in my camera. It's locking onto my face. That's fun. Anyways, yeah. I got completely distracted there. Have a good night.